Hello, welcome back to Metalhead Nation Garage. I'm your host, Chris. Hey, we're starting out today with that rock news. Oh man, some big news. It's got to involve Led Zeppelin. Could they reunite for this occasion? What it is Dolly Parton, the big country singer. She is nominated to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So, having said that, she said, if I am inducted into it, she's going to make a rock album. Nevertheless, who she wants to help her make that is Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, and Robert Plant. So, very interesting story, and it would be very interesting to see if that comes to fruition. On that note, Dolly Parton's husband, he is a big rock and roll fan. So kind of surprising, right? Living in the middle of country music there in Tennessee, in the mountains, he's a big rock and roll fan. So interesting, and hey, it's big news. If I guess if anybody can bring Led Zeppelin out of retirement, it could be Dolly. Also, who said that they would help on the album is Hart. Ann Wilson said she would step right up and help, write some lyrics, put some, music together and help contribute to this album that she wants to make. So, very cool news there indeed. All right, we'll move on to other rock news in it, and it is Skid Row news. Dave Snake Sabo, he was giving an interview today, and he just went back. I mean, it's, Skid Row released The Gang's All Here, and it's really selling good. Fans are loving it. Radio's loving it. So, he spoke about, the Skid Row when they broke up back in the 90s. The original Skid Row members, he said, just talking more about it, the success of the band as it is now in the last 6 months, that when they did this album and got everybody back together here, they didn't want to go back to the 90s Skid Row, Sebastian Bach, a lot of toxic situations happened back then, and they didn't want to go back to that, as Dave mentioned. He said, they got back together just the intention that if it did not go back as good as the 90s, but they got together and played music that they love, they do every day. That was good enough for them. So, it's a really a good situation for them now. They're happy. They love what they're doing. They're successful. This album is successful. Their tour is successful, and they're going to keep on doing that. And everybody's happy, and I guess that's what it's all about. We all wish to be happy in life, and it looks like Skid Row is on the return and on to bigger and better things. So kudos to them, and hopefully they continue that tour. They're in Europe now, and hopefully they come back and do the States. That's what everybody hopes happen, and we'll see what goes on from there. On to Kiss news. They're getting ready to release the Creatures of the Night reissues with mega tracks that hasn't been heard before. One of them is released now. It's the Creatures demo with Stanley and Simmons trade lyrics back and forth. So a bunch of good music there coming out that we haven't heard before. So I think that's what we're going to hear from Kiss from until even when they end the tour, into the road tour. We're going to get, demos probably in forever, however long they live, put it that way. But interesting facts there, and that's all coming out in November. I think it's November 11th, record day sale. So look for a big box set from Kiss, from Guns N' Roses, and a few others there that are just releasing. John Cougar is going to release the Scarecrow album again with tracks that has not been released yet. So everybody's getting into the fun of that, and that's the vinyl sales, right? Vinyl's going up. Everybody loves that, going back retro. So we'll see how that goes. It's really good. And hey, I'll talk about the concert I went to last night. Michael Schenker band, Images of Eden, and Damon Johnson and Get Ready. Images of Eden, man, came out and rocked it. They was, short set, about 20 minutes, but a damn good band, metal band. That came out that's hitting the road with them, and so it was really good. They came on, rocked it out, and then Damon Johnson came up next. Really good. He is co-founder of. Well, he's with Thin Lizzy now, and he came out and toured up, went through that set, really good, and got to Michael's set there, and that was really good. I mean, that was an hour and a half set. He littered the set list full of UFO hits, Rock Bottom, Doctor, Too Hot to Handle, and I mean, the list goes on. He just ripped through them. I mean, it was a 90-minute set, and there was no stopping. He blazed right through them. So a great show. 50-year anniversary tour. Was at Bogart's here in Cincinnati. Couldn't beat it. Good crowd, and they took it and made Bogart's. That they did it a little different, little remodeling going on. They had seats all on the floor. They did the balcony. Really looked nice. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to continue. I mean, there was chairs that came in. Looks like rented chairs, so they could move it on out, for floor, for metal bands coming in there, so they get that mosh pit going. But real good night, and it was all good. So, and that's all I have for this segment. We have, hey, give a thumbs up down there, and if you really like the channel, give us a subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you here next time on Metalhead Nation Garage.